It's Ketchup Packets.
Hey everybody, I'm Nate.
I'm Sean.
And this is Ketchup Packets. Today we're starting Firefly, and this is of the only season, episode 1, called Serenity.
That's right.
Yes.
Tragically, the only season of Firefly.
Heard
Yeah.
the internet has buzzed about that, I think, and I have no context for it, but it pisses people off.
I am what is referred to on the internet as a brown coat, which is the term for diehard fans of the show Firefly.
Got it.
It's also a term from the show that you will come to know. I really like this show a lot, and the characters and the lore of it all. There are some comic books as well that came out after the season of the show, as well as a movie.
Okay.
So there is some supplemental material that fleshes it all out, but yeah, I'm a super nerd about all the lore of everything in this show, and also the lore of everything that went wrong with Firefly as a TV show happening, and why it crashed and burned. Fox was very unkind to this show when it was broadcasting, and did not set it up for success.
Yeah, wrong time slot or something?
Well, bad time slot, and then it got moved to Friday nights, which is an even worse time slot. But beyond that, this is a serialized drama that builds a story and relationships between characters episode to episode, and they broadcast the episodes out of order, based on which ones the executives determined were the most exciting on weeks where they thought the most people would be watching because of other scheduled programming.
What?
So, like,
ridiculous. Why would you?
They made the original pilot and they showed it to the executives, and they were like, I don't like this, make another one. And so they made a second pilot, and that got aired first, and the original pilot got aired as the 11th episode of the series.
Okay. That doesn't make... Okay, that is whack.
Yeah,
that doesn't
it's
make any
extremely
sense,
whack.
dude.
It's from 2002. This is an era that's pre-24 and pre-Lost.
Got it.
And those were really the big shows, as far as I understand it, that made, like, you gotta see every episode to understand the story into,
Before
like,
that,
a commonplace thing.
It was just all episodic, open and shut in 30 minutes,
Even
whatever.
things like the X-Files that have a running narrative that lasts over the seasons, that develops over time and stuff like that, they don't count on you having seen every single one to get it. And they, even if they're gonna do an episode that builds more lore, they'll fill you in on what you need to know in order to expand. Like, that's how it was done until that time. So I can sort of understand why the people who are just TV executives had that approach to it of, like, we're supposed to be able to shuffle these around as needed for our schedule, but it really kills Firefly as it's presented. So I don't know.
Writers and director are like, no, we're trying to tell a story. And then the executives are like, I don't know what that is or what that means. So we're just gonna...
Well, they understand the story in an episode, but they didn't understand that, like, you'll see as we watch it that it's definitely created in a way that's meant to be, like, seen as sort of a continuous rolling narrative. And it disappoints people for its early cancellation because there is so much potential in this world that they set up here. I don't want to tell too much about what to expect for, like, what do you know about the setting of Firefly and the characters and stuff?
So I know a couple of things, I feel like, just from, like, the zeitgeist. Is that the right word?
That is.
For? Okay. Yeah, so it's a space western kind of.
That's exactly
concept.
right.
Okay. And it's about a crew of maybe mercenaries or, like, outlaws kind of deal.
Yes.
Yeah, that's kind of all I know about it.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll give some background lore that I don't think is a spoiler to the show to say, so leave comments if you think I'm wrong and I shouldn't be telling Nate this stuff, but this conversation's happening now, and your comments are in the future, so you're powerless. This takes place in the 2500s.
Okay.
And it is in a solar system that is not our solar system. It is human beings that live in another solar system with, I believe the phrase that's used is dozens of planets and hundreds of moons. So they find a place with a lot of rocks to live on.
Got it. All right.
And they went there. They talk about Earth in the past as a place that nobody alive has seen or been to.
Okay.
Earth that was, they refer to it as. There aren't aliens, it's just people in another solar system. But yeah, it's the future. The language is a mashup of English and Chinese. It's mostly English for our audience benefit, but the United States and China are the nations that settled in generation ships, I believe is what they did, where, like, the people who set out on the voyage did not ever see the destination system their descendants did on the spaceship.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
But none of that stuff is depicted in this. This all just takes place in the other solar system that humanity arrived at.
All right.
That's all background lore. I'm filling you in advance. Hope that's not a spoiler.
I like that, as opposed to something like Star Wars, where it's like, why are there all these humans in a galaxy far, far away? It's like, okay, well, they at least explain it to you a little bit.
They're humans that originated from Earth genetically, but no longer there.
All right. That's simple enough.
And that's where sort of the Western aesthetic comes from, is that it's the frontier.
It's a
you know,
Wild
it's
West,
like every
okay.
place they go to is a place that's trying to get on their feet and make it work. You
That's
know,
cool.
Which is sort of what Wild West towns are like.
Man, so much potential. I don't even know. Yeah, one season of this already feels like it's a disservice, but
it does. And
I don't even have any context, really.
And the movie does a great job of tying the story together as well, because they knew that that was going to be their last shot, pretty much. You know, so. And now we live in this irony-filled world where every show in the universe has been revived except for Firefly.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know, that doesn't really seem possible anymore. Cast members have died, or been, Joss Whedon is not exactly, he's sort of canceled. He's kind of a not good dude. So he's the brains behind this. Sorry about that, everybody. But the show is still great, and we're going to watch Firefly. Check out the links down in the description and everything. Patreon, all that crap.
Please do.
Yeah, Firefly. It is network TV from 2002.
Yeah.
Bendis, give us some cover fire. We're going duck hunt.
Oh boy. I already love this aesthetic where it feels almost like an old war.
Yeah.
But there's laser guns and spaceships. That's fun.
We're gonna die.
We're not gonna die. We can't die, Bendis. You know why? Because we are so very pretty. We're just too pretty for God to let us die. Huh? Look at that chisel jaw. Huh?
That's the right disposition to have in a war, I guess.
Yep. He's a good leader. That's very motivating.
Well, listen to me, listen to that.
You're right. I am too pretty to die.
Show me. Tell the 80 seconds.
They're not coming. They're pulling out. We're to lay down arms.
Okay, now we're gonna die. Man, that would be terrifying. What do you mean they're not coming? Oh boy. It's kind of cool.
Yeah, it's a nifty little tool.
Yeah.
A difference you'll notice from The Expanse is that Firefly abides by the no sound in outer space rule.
Yeah, oh, interesting.
Like that didn't make any noise,
Everything looks good from here. This is a fertile land, and we will thrive. We will rule over all this land, and we will call it this land.
So this guy doesn't even have any context for what he's even holding on to, really.
No.
Right?
Toy dinosaurs.
Yeah.
Captain, we got incoming Alliance cruiser bearing right down on us.
Termata. Kaylee, go to blackout. We're being buzzed.
Sure, going dark.
Yeah, you hear the random Chinese words, you can't always tell every single word they say because it's Chinese.
Dortmunder?
What am I looking at?
It's a carrier about a few months back.
A cooler name than that.
It's a transport ship. Firefly class. They still make those?
Illegal salvage.
So Firefly is the kind of ship they're flying.
Got it. Okay.
Bring her in.
These guys are like the evil empire.
The Alliance.
Yes, okay. It'd be so annoying to have a government in space.
Make your mother
It's like, dude, it's space.
Engaging the crybaby.
Just leave us alone.
Yeah, exactly. Shut up. Go away.
Captain, I am picking up a distress signal 13 clicks ahead.
Crybaby. That's great.
Sounds like a person.
All their little pirate
Definitely a big
techniques.
ship, sir. And she's without power.
That is clever. Cool.
I love that.
2002 computer graphics.
I love that theme guitar lick.
Oh yeah, the music's
there,
been
yeah.
great so far. Very,
violins
very
there, too.
Old West, yeah.
Take my love, take my land, take me where I cannot stand.
I don't care, I'm still free. You can't take the sky from me.
Good theme. Good stuff. horses?
Yeah.
What is going on? How?
There's lots of livestock. It's easier to have than like vehicles, I guess. You know.
I guess, but then also like, you got. How are you bringing? You bringing horses with you on your generational ships from Earth?
Yeah, you bring embryos with you probably.
I guess. Yeah, sure. Why not?
Rogue vessel classification FIREFLY was spotted pulling illegal salvage on a derelict transport. But the government's stamp on every molecule of the cargo just made me mad.
It's an apple peeler?
Yes.
You noticed that?
That ain't fair.
Crime and politics, little girl. Situation is always fluid.
Only fluid I see here is a puddle of piss refusing to pay us our wage.
Easy, Jane.
Yeah. Okay, everyone, relax.
You know you can still unload those goods, so I can't help thinking there's something else at work here.
What were you in the war? That big war you failed to win? You were Sergeant.
Ooh.
Sergeant Malcolm Reynolds, Balls and Bayonets Brigade. Big, tough veteran.
Maybe I'm not a fancy gentleman like you with your very fine hat.
Try one of the border planets. They're a lot more desperate there. Of course, they might kill you.
Wheel never stops turning, Badger.
That only matters to the people on the rim.
What?
I don't know. Quippy writing. It's Joss Whedon.
All right.
You like ships. You don't seem to be looking at the destinations. What you care about is the ships, and mine's the nicest. How come you don't care where you're going?
Because how you get there is the worthier part.
That's not really an answer to
Are
her
you
question,
listening?
though.
No, but he's philosophical.
Yeah, sure. But I'd be like, look, Grandpa,
Southdown Abbey. Look,
where you headed?
look. I got a little cash and,
Grandpa.
I never married.
I love that.
Yeah,
There's
he's
difference in-
he's
yeah.
got a line for that.
Yeah.
Blood.
We'd be dead. Can't get paid if we're dead.
Can't get paid if you crawl away like a petty little pug, neither. Gotta share.
Well, you can't get paid if you kill everybody either.
Welcome aboard, Mr. Doctor.
We just gotta keep our heads down.
This is dialogue heavy, so it's hard to react
No more
to.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I'm just trying to, you know, get a full scope of what I'm watching here, because
Yeah.
I also just like I love the aesthetic of this already. It's just really, really.
Now, this is Simon.
I'm super
Simon,
invested
This is our captain.
already.
Captain Reynolds.
Welcome aboard.
You look sketchy, dude. Yeah, I guess just take on, you know, people traveling around, get a
Yeah.
little extra money. Why not?
Did you send word to patients?
Ain't heard back yet.
Didn't she shoot you one time? Everybody's making a fuss.
I mean, if he doesn't care, nobody
Yeah,
else
right,
should, I guess.
exactly. See if he's gonna be like, oh yeah, I forgot about that. Never mind, cancel the trip.
Ambassador, this is Shepard Book.
I'd have to say, this is the first time we've had a preacher on board.
Well, I wasn't expecting to see a state official either. Ambassador? I'm missing something.
Not so funny.
Ambassador's Mal's ways.
She's a whore, Shepard.
Oh my god,
Service
dude.
companion.
I always get those mixed up. How's business?
None of yours.
Damn.
She is pretty much our
Dude,
ambassador.
stop being an asshole to the people who are supporting you. I'm feeling like most of this crew would be at each other's throats constantly if it wasn't for her.
Yeah.
She seems like putting out fires left and right.
She's the good vibes.
Yes.
But Shepard brought strawberries.
It's incredible.
It is great.
Not much.
We had food
Had a
like this
garden at the Abbey. Well, I should bring
They
my...
brought a bunch of food.
Whoa. Yeah.
Captain, you mind if I say grace?
Only if you say it out loud.
That's not unreasonable. You know?
Yeah, I don't.
This is my ship. I'd prefer not.
You seem so young to be a doctor.
You're pretty young to be a ship's mechanic.
Where do I recognize him from?
Wow.
I don't know. I've never
Yeah.
seen him on anything else.
She's just helping fix people. That's important.
Little Kaylee here just wishes you was a gynecologist.
Oh.
Jane,
Jane is rude.
Yes.
it We'll keep a civil tongue in that mouth or I will sew it shut. Is there an understanding between us?
You don't pay me to talk pretty. Just because Kaylee gets lubed up over some big city daddy.
Walk away
doesn't
from
mean-
the stable. Right now.
Yeah, okay. Well, that's a good call.
I like that about
Okay,
Mel, though.
yeah.
He's in command. You know?
Yep.
Jane did not want to do that, but
Nope.
understood that he had to.
Mm-hmm.
Would you like to lecture me on the wickedness of my ways?
I brought you some supper, but if you prefer a lecture, I've a few very catchy ones prepped. Sin and hellfire. One has lepers.
I think I'll pass. Why are you so fascinated by him?
Because he's something of a mystery. Why are you?
Because so few men are.
Yeah.
Yeah. As somebody who has to understand men for a living, you know?
Yeah.
Someone who's hard to understand would be compelling.
Yep, absolutely. So she's a companion. She had training, they said.
Right. It's
So
a
that she's like,
yeah. It's a high class profession in their society.
Yeah, right,
It's like,
right. I'm gleaning that she's like, well, what's the race in Mass Effect that's like, the blue?
The Asari?
Yeah, the Asari.
Yeah, sort of. Yeah, I mean, so like I think they talk later about how like she had people apply to get sessions with her. Like she doesn't just go with whoever pays. Like you have to get in.
Right. Yeah. That makes sense.
Got through. Lance got a pin in us for sure. You got a mole on board.
Somebody squealed.
I would. Yeah, I might not have taken on randos if I had all that stuff. It was so hot.
You've got the wrong man.
They got me, man. I was so sure.
It's not the Shepherd either. It's Dobson.
Captain Reynolds.
Damn, dude.
The double cross.
Mm-hmm.
The doctor. Oh. Hey. Is there a reward?
Back off!
Take the kid!
Get your hands off! Get the hell down! Stop it! Stop it!
No! No!
Kaylee!
Oh!
Oh.
That makes me very upset.
You should have known that if Joss Whedon's gonna make you go, I really like
Yeah.
this character, that they're in danger.
Right, the only redeemable one, pretty much, on the ship.
Captain, we've been hailed by a cruiser. Ordered to stay on course and dock for prisoner transfer.
Run. Hell with you. You brought this down on us. I'm dumping you with the law.
Mal.
She's dying. You're not gonna let her.
Yes, I am.
Everybody's so mad.
It's okay, baby.
Oh no, God, so messed up, dude.
Wash, change course, and go for heartburn. We're running.
Dude.
I want to know what's going on here.
Well, then why don't we find out?
What do you... No! Stay away from that!
Yeah,
you want Jane
that's
around.
what you pay him for. Yeah.
Secured. Shepard's with him. Seems to think he's not safe alone with me.
The very famous shot from the show is about to happen.
Yeah, what is the box? What's in the box?
Superman.
What the fuck? Yeah. Yeah, terrifying.
It's okay. It's okay, I'm here.
Simon, they talk to me. They want me to talk.
They're gone. They're gone. They're gone. They're gone. We're safe now.
Whoa.
I forgot just how jam-packed this first episode was.
Yeah.
This is my sister.
Yeah, what did you get us into, man?
River was more than gifted. She was a gift.
No, but what does that mean?
She did. A government-sponsored academy. We had never even heard of it, but it had the most exciting program. The most challenging.
I got a few letters at first, and then I didn't hear for months. Finally, I got a letter that made no sense. She talked about things that never happened, jokes that we never... It was a code. It just said...
Wild. It's giving me chills, man. This is...
They're hurting us.
What a setup.
Yeah.
Get me out.
This is wild.
Be wild to air this late in the season instead of first.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
I don't know if she'll be alright. I don't know what they did to her. Or why. I just have to keep her safe.
This show and The Expanse effectively set up motivation for people uninvolved by experimenting on kids.
Exactly.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's, that is a no-no.
I never thought.
I don't imagine.
Immediate intervention necessary.
But Mal is only pissed off that he's mixed up in this.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, right. I might be too if I was him immediately.
You think this is just a smuggling rap? The package that boy's carrying. It's a girl. She's cute, too.
Yeah, right.
Just gonna cut on you till you tell me how much they know. They know everything. They know every name, every record. They know how many nose hairs you've got. Ah, see, I don't know a damn thing. It's all over your face. I ain't even... It's gonna get me an ear, too.
I don't understand how you lie to somebody who's...
Well, don't they teach you how to withstand interrogation? Can't even tell it.
Threatening you with a knife when your hands are tied behind your back, man.
It's his job.
So you're not an idiot. Wish I could say
I guess that's why I'm not, like, a federal agent.
Exactly.
Picking up a lot of radiation. They're operating without core containment. That's quite what you did. That's suicide.
Reavers.
Like how they were too far out for a visual and then he looks out the window.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Reavers, Nate.
Yeah, Reavers. Thinking, like, murder everything in sight and rob other ships blind types.
We should be passing them in a minute, so we'll see what they do. So you come on up to the bridge.
The quiet fear is so well done.
Yeah.
You never heard of Reavers?
No, campfire stories. Men gone savage on the edge of space, killing.
They're not stories.
Bah.
If they take the ship, they'll whip us to death, eat our flesh, and sew our skins into their clothing. And if we're very, very lucky, they'll do it in that order.
Oh my god. Whoa.
Yeah.
Dude, this has been jam-packed so far.
Yeah. Hell of a set up your series episode, you know?
Absolutely.
There's everything at play here.
Oh my god.
Just pass right under him?
Yeah.
They're holding course.
So, yeah, they just basically dropped something for us to be fearful of later.
Getting awful crowded in my sky.
It's like that scene in The Matrix when they first encounter the
Sentinels?
The Sentinels, yeah.
Yeah.
Something's gonna break down on this boat real soon. Once I get to fix it.
Don't you worry none. Doc face me up. He's nice. You're nice too.
No, I'm not.
I was gonna say, no, he's not.
She's a real beauty, isn't she?
Comes time, someone's gonna have to deal with him. That should be you. But I don't think you got the guts. And I know you don't have the time. Kaylee's dead.
No. No, she's not. No way. No way. God damn, dude.
You didn't fall for it.
Psychotic.
Damn, dude. It's messed up.
No, he's should have seen his face. Oh.
Telling a doctor their patient died is not a very
and
fun
it's like
prank.
your fault.
Yeah.
Should have a coin to show us first. We get it. Give the location. Snipers hit us from there. From there.
Yeah, see, this is like fucking exhausting for me to think of. It's just like, can we ever just
You don't just want to piss yourself.
trade one for the other?
It's outlaw life.
Yeah.
Don't kill anyone if you don't have to. We're here to make a deal.
But preventing transactions from being like this is what a government is for. And Mal doesn't like governments. He wants to operate without one, so this is how he lives.
Mm-hmm.
I believe you're in more danger.
What an asshole.
Yeah, it's a ruthless time and place they're living in.
I don't see my car go anywhere.
And you're not gonna till I'm holding 200 in platinum.
Oh, come on, Reynolds. I'm supposed to take it on faith that you got the goods?
Genuine A-grade foodstuffs. Protein, vitamins, foundation supplements.
Oh, metal, it's food. That's what you really need.
So funny, man.
Look at you, all woke up. Oh, I'm sorry about what happened before, but make so much as a sound. The next one goes through your throat.
Whoa.
He's like a piece of shit.
Yeah, he sure is.
I'd appreciate it if y'all turn around and ride out first.
I got a rule. I never let go of money I don't have to.
Oh.
Which is why I'm running this little world and you're still on that dinky old boat, simply for scraps.
Give her the money back.
Money back. Nice hat.
Whoa!
Damn.
Yeah, he's just on the floor.
I was gonna say, I'm really hoping that they're wearing like bulletproof something.
Yes.
Armor's dented.
Well, you're right about this being a bad idea.
Thanks for saying, sir. Now don't you take another step!
Oh boy.
Poor horses.
Yeah.
They have no dog in this fight.
I do the job. And then I get paid. Go run your little world.
We got ship coming in. They followed us. The Gorham Reavers followed us.
Oh shit.
Yeah, everything coming to a head at once.
Yeah. Woo.
Don't move.
Reavers. Reavers, incoming and head straight for us.
Don't look away.
I don't want to hurt anybody. First thing he does. Why would you ever believe a word out of his mouth?
I'm not playing anymore. Anybody makes so much.
There you go.
Mal got him. Needed doing.
There you go.
That's cool,
Problem
isn't it?
solved.
I need Kaylee in the engine room, please.
Can she even
Get her in there now.
She's got a gunshot wound in her stomach.
Yeah. I don't know why I had it in my head that like the Reavers would be like 6 guys on that ship. That doesn't make any sense.
No.
It'd be like overrun.
It's like it's a civilization, you know.
Yeah,
it's a
right.
race of people. This is a Reaver ship. It's not like, oh, it's the Reavers. They're here. You know?
Right. Yeah.
You gotta give me an Ivan.
I'll see what I can do. Kaylee, how would you feel about pulling a crazy Ivan?
Always wanted to try one.
Everybody hold on to something.
There's something you can't do.
Oh, and it's like offensive as well.
Yeah.
It blasted the other ship.
They're just an explosive acceleration. Is that kind of okay?
Well, and the fast 180 too.
Yeah.
Is what made it a crazy Ivan.
I've been out of the Abbey 2 days.
Yeah, dude. Just be like, oh boy.
The lawman senseless. Fallen in with criminals.
Should have stayed home.
I think I'm on the wrong ship.
Maybe.
That's not very reassuring.
Or maybe you're exactly where you ought to be.
No, I don't. Were you listening? I don't think so.
She's saying to him, maybe your presence here is what we all need.
Yeah, that's actually a good point.
Mm-hmm.
How come you didn't turn on me, Jane?
Money wasn't good enough.
What happens when it is?
Well, that'll be an interesting day.
Imagine it will.
But you need one guy like that, you know?
Do you? Seems like a liability to me.
You live by my rule. You keep your sister from doing anything crazy. You could maybe find a place here. Till you find it better.
How do I know you won't kill me in my sleep?
If I ever kill you, you'll be awake. You'll be facing me, and you'll be armed. I always.
That sounds like a foreshadowing almost.
Had a good day.
But it's saying he's a man of honor.
Yeah,
It's saying, like, I'm
absolutely. No, I
not
get
someone
it.
who's not going to kill, but I'm not going to kill anyone unfairly.
Yeah, right. No, I get what he's saying, but
You're harboring known fugitives.
Oh, they're still flying.
That's not much.
It's enough.
better than you, bro.
All they need is still flying.
Mm-hmm. So part of that's like, dude, where exactly would you be right now if it wasn't for me and my ship? Mm-hmm. You know?
Yeah. There we go. Firefly.
Wow.
What do you think, Nate?
I am extremely excited to continue that.
It's really
That
good.
is something.
One season show. I mean, I guess it's almost even inaccurate to call it a one season show. There was a 22 episode order and 14 episodes were produced.
So it's less than a season.
It's less than a season it got. And the 15th episode screenplay is online and you can read it, but it was never filmed. And so, yeah, and it's a real tragedy.
Yeah.
And it was not, if they had set it up for success, it would have gone for 7 years.
I totally believe that. I mean, I was always under the impression that it was a mini-series and was only, like, supposed to be the short, one season thing that it was.
I think Joss Whedon has talked about having at least the first 2 seasons already sort of mapped out in his mind when they started production, and that he said he intended it to go for 5 to 7 years. So yeah, it was supposed to be a whole long, fleshed out TV show and then the movie pretty much hits like sort of major plot points that are brought up during the series but not really addressed by the time it stops. They kind of resolve any major questions that the audience still has by the end. And it's, of course, not every single thing, but it does a good job of that and sort of steering into what the point was going to be.
It's like a little bittersweet because like the quality of the writing and the acting and just like the storyline, I'm already in, totally in. And what I found with especially a show that has this much potential of things that can happen is after like season 3, it starts to go off the rails a little bit.
That's true. It could be a blessing in disguise for Firefly that it got the axe early, so it can be this gem in everyone's eyes instead of being like, oh, the first couple seasons of that show are really good, and then right. It'd be more like weeds in the public memory. Where it's like that show started good, and then there are years and years where it's not worth watching.
And even if we weren't doing it for the channel, if you were to tell me like you should check out Firefly, like the first 3 seasons are great, you can kind of skip I probably wouldn't watch it at
exactly
all, because
that's
it's
not as compelling.
So man, these what they've set up here is something like they put the stakes like tippity top for like all the little pieces of it, which is what I like. Like the super smart girl who the entire alliance, is that what we're doing?
Yes.
Yeah, okay. The entire alliance is like looking for her.
So the sides in the war from 6 years previous from the first scene is the Alliance and the Browncoats. So that's what our side was the losing side of that war, the Browncoats.
Right, so were they jockeying for power?
They were jockeying for independence. Like each individual planet is independently run, and the Alliance wants a central government and set of rules that applies to every planet.
Okay.
And so the further you get from the center of the solar system, the less Alliance presence there is. So inner planets, like none of the stuff we saw in this episode was anywhere near the inner planets.
Right.
Inner planets are fully Alliance civilization under Alliance control. They're like fancy. They're not Western looking things. That looks like sci-fi Battlestar Galactica stuff.
Right.
You don't
Okay,
see too
that makes
much of it
sense.
on this show, but that is, there's a stark difference in the aesthetic between the two.
Cool. So we got like the frontier
Exactly.
area that the Alliance is now trying to expand outward toward, and
they want their control to reach everywhere, but it's very resource costly to get out there. So
isn't like a few planets enough? Can't they just be like, we'll let them do their thing out there and we'll do our thing in here and everyone can be chill and we don't have to be murdering each other about it?
It sounds like what Mal would say, you know?
Yeah. Right.
What, don't they have enough?
Right. Ain't that good enough for you?
Yeah.
I'm terrified of those. What were they called?
The Reavers.
The Reavers, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. They are a very looming presence.
Yeah.
But it's nice to have those, like, you don't have to have aliens to be able to do something like that. You can be like, people are perfectly capable of being monsters
any sort
without
of
any other
horribleness
race.
that you can imagine. People are totally fine at it. You don't need to have scary alien monsters.
Exactly.
And they kind of are that, though, too, because it sounds like their society is so fundamentally, like, different from any sort of, I'll say, polite society.
Right, yeah. I mean, Jane said Reavers ain't human,
Yeah, right.
So it's definitely
that is
seen
cool,
as
though.
Right. Yeah. So let's go over our crew. We've got Captain Mal. Mm-hmm. We've got his Lieutenant Zoe.
Okay.
And they fought together in the war. They are both actual browncoats. Then we've got Zoe's husband Wash, who is flying the ship. Mm-hmm. He sits at the pilot's chair. We've got Jane, our muscle man, who cannot be trusted and is a hothead.
Yes.
He said he didn't betray the captain because the money wasn't good enough. We've got Kaylee, our plucky mechanic, who is, a shining beacon of optimism in the world. We've got Inara, the high-class companion who rents a shuttle, who is pretty much, like, she's the respectable job on the ship. They said that a couple times, where, like, her presence allows them to land in ports that are, like, not gonna let, like, you're just pirates? No, go away.
Right,
Like
I didn't really think about that part of it, where that she is kind of running cover for them a little bit, too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, if she's there, they have a reason for their ship to dock, because people say, oh, a companion, that's impressive. We've got Shepherd Book, the priest, who isn't sure that he should even be here, but is, morally driven. But also...
Shepherd Book.
Yes, Book is his name. Shepherd is his title.
Okay.
But he also jumped into action, you'll notice, when, like, the lawman was pulling his gun out and stuff like that. Like, he punched him when the time came. So.
Yep.
And then we have Simon and River, the fugitives, the doctor and his experimented on younger sister.
Yes.
So
I am very curious to see the extent of what River is capable of, too.
Mm-hmm.
That's, they allude to, like, oh, she's powerful in some type of way. I know she's very smart, but being
Simon
very
said she was a
smart
super genius. Yeah,
doesn't. What
that doesn't make the government hunt you
right?
relentlessly.
Yes, exactly. So what's the other bit? Mm-hmm. Curious, interested. Can't wait for the next one.
All right.
Anything else? That's kind of all I got.
No, yeah. I mean, it's a lot to take in. You got to process it, and we'll talk about it more next time, I guess.
Thanks so much for watching, everybody.
Thanks for being here, Brown Coats. Yeah. We like all you guys. Leave more Firefly comments. I will understand them.
Yes.
I don't know. Don't spoil anything for Nate, though.
Avoid spoilers, but discussion is always welcome. If we miss anything that you want to mention to us, please do. Very, very love hearing from all of you. And until next time, I'm Nate.
I'm Sean.
Ketchup Packets.